Hey everybody, how y'all doing on this beautifully hot Wednesday? I hope everybody's had a wonderful, safe day today. If you've had to work today, hope work went good and you stayed cool and everything. I don't even know, it's not only hot here in the south, but I notice it's hot everywhere else. And if you're not having to deal with the hot weather, you've had to deal with some extreme severe weather, so I hope everybody's safe and sound. If you had an off day today, I hope your off day went good and you was able to rest and accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish. Now, the other day I got some unfortunate news that my only living uncle that I had left on my dad's side had passed away. He was he was 86 years old, would have been 87 if he'd have lived a couple more months. Now, he was one of my favorite uncles. I hated to hear he passed away. You know, I hated it even more. I couldn't be there by his side as he went, but, you know, unfortunately, things happen. Now, he was one of those uncles. I know everybody likes to talk up their family, talk good about him, but he was like my grandmother. He was a diamond in the rough. He never met a stranger. He always found ways to make people laugh, and kept the mood light. If you done something stupid to get yourself into trouble, whether it was with the law or just made people mad, he found a way to turn it into a life lesson and everything, and just kind of eased up the situation. He did that for me once, which I'll never talk about the situation that happened. I mean, even though it was 2005 when this happened, that he had to step up and ease up the situation that got blown out of proportion between me and one of my cousins. But I'll never tell. Both parties have moved on, and just let it be water under the bridge. Yeah, nothing happened to the point where anybody had to go to jail or nothing, or would have. But anyway, we're having his funeral tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And it got me to thinking that funerals down here in the South are something else. I don't know what they're like on, anywhere else in the United States, but here in the South you'll have family you hadn't seen in years come out of the woodworks. There'll be enough food there to feed a small army. Like I say, cousins and friends you ain't seen in a while. Family you didn't even know you had showing up. Family you wish you didn't have showing up. And at some point, it's guaranteed the cops will be showing up. Because, Lord forbid, people should get along at a funeral. It's already upsetting enough. But like I say, arguments break out and everything. Next thing you know, here comes cops. Because, the funeral, it's a mourning of somebody passing and kind of like a mini family reunion, but on rougher terms. If you're ever in the South, just kind of stop in real quick. And I know this is going to sound bad, but if you're passing by a funeral home, see cars there, just kind of dip in there real quick. Act like you know what you're doing. And try not to draw attention to yourself. And just to experience what it's like to be in a funeral home full of rednecks. You'll never forget it. And today's been the last day of, the real extreme weather. And we just had some hit and miss showers today. Unfortunately, we didn't get none. They kind of went around us. But I'm sitting outside now because it's cooler than it was earlier in the day. It had a feel like temperature of 107. And I kind of give y'all a look at what I'm looking at. You got a beautiful sunset going on over that way. Got a cat laying in the road right there. You'll see plenty of that here in the south. And there's some blueberry, or not blueberry, but blackberry vines back that way. And that's pretty much what I'm looking at right now. But anyway, y'all have y'all a good rest of y'all's evening. Stay safe out there. And make sure you visit family and friends, especially the older ones. And just let them know how much you appreciate them. And I'll see y'all in the next video.